It is also known as back to another lecture. Today we are going to look at T rules. As you know, in TG grammar, the first step is to take the kernel sentence. The kernel sentences are rewritten using PS rules, and that string is called kernel string, and T rules are applied to the kernel string to get terminal strings. The first T rule is known as affix switch rule. It has got many names like affix hopping rule, affix transformation rule, and affix inflection transformation. An important point to be noted here is that it is an obligatory rule, which means it is a compulsory rule. So this is how you write the rule. Affix plus verb give rise to verb plus affix. So here, as you can see, the position of the affix has been changed here. So what all things come under affix? Tense, ing, and en. So ing signifies progressive tense, and en signifies perfective tense. So tense, ing, and en can come under affix. So what all things can come under verb? So main verb can come under verb, a modal can come under verb, then have, the different forms of have or have can come under. So have, the word have can come under verb, then be can come under verb, and do also come under verb. So you have to keep all these things in your mind. So first thing is under affix, what all things can come under affix? Tense, ing, that is progressive tense, and en, that is perfective tense, can come under affix. Under verb, what all things come under verb? Main verb, modal, have, and be form, and do also come under verb. So this rule is derived from a set of 3 rules. So tense plus verb, after applying the affix switch rule, it becomes verb plus tense. Ing plus verb, after applying the affix switch rule, becomes verb plus ing. En plus verb becomes v plus en after the affix switch rule. Now let's take a look at the examples. The first example is that of tense plus verb. So how do we apply the affix switch rule? So let's take this example, John laughed. So in the sentence, first of all, the first step is to rewrite the sentence using rewrite rules. So you can either write it as strings, or you can use the help of P marker. So here I have used the P marker to make it more simple. So we have written S here, and then we have divided it into NP and VP. As you know, and the NP is John here, and VP can again be divided into auxiliary and main verb. So the auxiliary here is tense, and the tense is past, and main verb is laugh. Okay, main verb is laugh. Now we are going to apply the affix switch rule. So first of all, we'll write the elements of the kernel string on the left side. So John plus past plus laugh, it gives rise to John plus laugh plus past. Okay, John plus past plus laugh became John plus laugh plus past after applying the affix switch rule. So as you can see, laugh plus past became laughed here. Okay, it became laughed. Coming to the second case, so ing plus verb becomes verb plus ing after applying the affix switch rule. So let's take this example, John was laughing. Okay, John was laughing. So first step is to rewrite the sentence using the rewrite rules or the PS rules. So here I have made it more simple by illustrating it with the help of P marker. So the sentence can be divided into 2, NP and VP, and NP is composed of only one element, that is the noun, and that is John. VP can be divided into 2, auxiliary and main verb. Auxiliary can again be divided into 2, tense and progressive. So tense is past tense, as you can see, and progressive is be and ing, and main verb is laugh. Okay, now we are going to apply the T rule, the affix switch rule. which is John plus past plus be plus ing plus la. So we are going to write the elements which we got, or the kernel string. We are going to write it as such, and then we are going to apply the affix switch rule, and we will get John plus be plus past plus laugh plus ing. Thus we get John was laughing. This is how you get the sentence John was laughing. Okay, as you can see, TG Grammar is doing a better job than PS Grammar, as TG Grammar explains better as to how a sentence became a progressive sentence, or a sentence in progressive tense, or a sentence in perfective tense, right? Coming to the third scenario, that is in cases where there is perfective affixes. So in such sentences, after applying the affix switch rule, V plus En, it becomes V plus En. So now let's take the example of John has gone. So we can first of all we can apply PS rules to this particular sentence, and we can convert the sentence into NP and VP. And as you can see, the noun here is John, and verb phrase contains two elements, auxiliary and main verb. Auxiliary contains two elements again, the tense and perfective. So the tense here is present, and perfective here contains have plus en, and mv, that is the main verb, contains go. Now we are going to take the kernel string. So John plus present plus have plus en plus go. So we'll take everything as such from the kernel string, and then we are going to apply the affix switch rule, and we get John plus have plus present plus go plus en. So thus the sentence becomes John has gone. Okay, so these are the three rules. This rule, the affix switch rule, is derived from a set of three rules. So these are the three rules from which affix switch rule is derived. Okay, so now let's look at a complex example. John might have been writing a letter. Okay, so now let's take this example. So the sentence can be divided into two, NP and VP. As you know, NP contains only noun, which is John. Now looking at VP, there are two elements, auxiliary and main verb. So auxiliary contains a lot of things. Auxiliary contains the tense, modal, perfective and progressive. So tense, as you know, it is in past tense. Modal here is the original form of might, which is may. Then perfective contains again have plus en, and then progressive contains be plus ing. Okay, and coming to the main verb part, the main verb contains verb and np. Verb here is write, and np here is a letter. A letter. So it can be divided into determiner and noun, and letter. So now let's write the kernel string first, which is John plus past plus may plus have plus en plus be plus ing plus write plus plus letter. Now we are going to apply the affix switch rule, and we get John may plus past plus have plus be plus en plus write plus ing plus a plus letter. So this is what we get after applying the affix switch rule, and we can rewrite the sentence as John might have been writing a letter. So this is better explained with the help of TG Grammar. Now coming to the second obligatory rule, which is the number agreement T rule. So as you know, an NP should always agree with the verb. Okay, the subject of the NP should always agree with the verb. So this rule deals with the agreement of a subject NP with its verb. Example, the boys are playing. So now let's look at how to rewrite the sentence. So yeah, we are going to use the P marker again. So the sentence can be divided into NP and VP. So NP contains of two elements, determiner and noun, and the determiner here is the, and a noun here is boys. Okay, verb phrase contains two parts, auxiliary and main verb. So auxiliary contains tense and progressive. Tense signifies present. Okay, tense here is without any doubt it is present, it is in the present tense. Then progressive, be plus ing, and main verb contains the verb which is the verb which is play. Now we are going to take the kernel string, the boys plus present plus be plus ing plus play. Okay, after applying the affix switch rule, we get the boys plus be plus present. So affix switch rule, as you know, it is an obligatory rule, so it has to be applied in every kernel strings. Okay, so the boys plus be plus present plus play plus ing, thus the sentence becomes the boys are playing. Okay, now since the subject NP is plural, be plus present is denoted as are, so it is explained in the string itself. As the subject NP is plural, is plural, the present is denoted as are, so there is no need to use is there, as the NP is plural. Okay, so these are the two obligatory rules. The first is affix switch rule, and then the second one is the number agreement rule. I hope you understood. We'll meet again with the next part of the T rules. So till then, stay safe. Thank you.